Today we are going to draw a turkey and we're going to make this pretty realistic. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hold our paper the tall way. You guys are going to draw in pencil first and then we're going to trace in Sharpie, black pencil, or crayon, whatever you have that's black. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with the turkey's body. So we're going to start with a circle in the middle. Once you start with the circle, that's his body, we're going to do his head. So I want to just go over that shape with you. And it's kind of an odd shape. So his shape of his head kind of comes down like this on a curve, comes up, curves in, and then comes back down. Okay, so curve, straight line, curve, and straight line. Now, you're going to have to erase that line right there. I can't. But then you're going to make your turkey's head a little bumpy. Because turkeys kind of have like these bumpy heads. Once you do that, we're going to make the beak. And the beak, 2 diagonals, and then a curved line. Once we've done that, you're going to make an eye. You are going to have to erase the line right there. Make a dot for the eye, and then a curve. So right now we have our turkey's head. Now we're going to add the waddler, which is the part. Make a shape around. You could make a U and then make a bumpy. And then the same here. We're going to have a curve come across the top of the nose. Come down and loop up. You can then make it bumpy if you want. So that is the waddler. Now for the top of the turkey, we're going to start working on the wings right now. So the wings go like this. Diagonal line, up and down line, curve, and then we're going to start looping all of these. Don't worry about that line, you can erase that right now. Then we have a curve, and then once you draw the curve, we're going to make some more feathers, which are loops. Now, for the turkey's legs, you're going to do 2 lines, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now the bottom of the turkey's legs, just so you guys know, are kind of little points like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now there usually is, if you make up here, like a zigzag, that's the bit of the turkey still. So you want to make sure you erase those lines also. Now, the feathers take up almost everything. So what we're going to do is you're going to go up, curve, down, curve, down, curve, down until you go all around the entire turkey. And you might not be able to fit it, so you might have to fake some of these. So mine all didn't fit, and that's fine. Now, in each one of these turkeys, you're going to start doing stripes. So let's start with small stripes here. And you're working on a curve shape. Once you do that, you can actually do, if you want, you can make lines in the middle. And if you want, you can even do a couple other things. Like you can do a zigzag on that one. You can do more stripes if you want. You can do little U's. It's up to you. You can do a pattern, but repeat the same pattern over again. Once you've done that, draw a ground. And we're going to make a sky and a grass. So when you get to coloring, you can do a couple different things. After you're done drawing, color pencil, black color pencil, crayon, Sharpie, whatever you have to trace. Remember, erase this part here, the line there, the little lines down here too. You can use color pencils, crayons, markers, paints, whatever you want as long as you can finish it. I'm just going to do this one in watercolors to do it quickly for you, just to go over the colors. So usually the head is usually a reddish color. So you're going to take your time and color this red. Make sure you take your time, get all the areas. Go over the eye. Now the waddler, out of all things, you probably think is normally red, but it's actually gray. So you're going to make this a gray or a brownish color. So that's more realistic. The beak, usually yellow or orange. And the body, you can do a couple different things. You can do like a blues or you can do yellows. I'm going to do this one in blues and greens because that is usually the color of a turkey. I know we normally make it brown like the meat, but it's actually usually greens and blues and purples, depending if it's a male or a female. So you could add browns in it if you want. That's not so pretty, but you can keep working. When you get to the wing, we're actually going to make it a little bit more fancy. So I'm going to just finish this up. I'm going to add some blues in mine. You can blend your colors. If you have a puddle, press. Now on my wing, I am going to actually do this a couple of different ways. I'm going to do my wing in 3 different colors. So I'm going to do a little orange in the middle. I feel like that would be a nice color there. I'm going to do the top of the wing, probably a little bit of a darker color. So maybe in this case, I'll do a brown because I feel like that would be a good complementary color to the greens. Complementary color means an opposite color. And then on the bottom, why don't we go with like a turquoise or a blue? Just to make it nice and bright. So like I said, stick with the blues or the oranges, whatever colors you want. And this looks sad without that one colored, so we'll do that one. When you get to the legs, legs are usually yellows or oranges, so you can do the bottom here. And the legs, that little hairy part right on the legs is usually matches. Now when you get to the wings, you can do your wings however you'd like. You can even leave some parts white. So if you want to do browns, yellows, oranges, whatever colors you want. So I'm going to add a couple of colors. So maybe I'll add some yellows. But it is consistent. So if this feather's one way, all the feathers are exactly the same. And then maybe on the top, since this one's, maybe one a little brighter, so add the top color. Take your time, go slow. When you're done with painting the turkey, you're going to paint your ground. This could be green, it could be brown, it could be whatever color you want. You can even add like little bits of grass like this, but you'd have to make it nice and neat. We've all learned how to do the technique where you make little lines. And the sky, maybe you want to blend some colors. When you are finished with your turkey, in this case, I'm just going to press that because he got a little wet. When you are finished with your turkey, make sure that you take a picture of it. We are going to post it to either Seesaw or Schoology, depending which grade you are in. I cannot wait to see your realistic turkeys. They're going to look amazing.